The following conversations are taken from our channel membership exclusive weekly live show that we do on Saturdays from 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time to 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time called Members Talk Live. Find out how you can become a member and appear on the show. All of the information is down in the description below, as well as all of the links to the channels of today's guests. Check them out, and I hope to talk with you very soon. Today, we are looking towards the end of 2023. It's already September. Can you believe that? Almost October. It's basically October. And we're going to be counting down our top 5 most anticipated rest of the movies for 2023. And to talk about that with me today, we've got our beloved, amazing channel members, Dark Movies.
Hey,
What's up, man?
hey. Pretty good, pretty good. You?
And we've got Frank from It's Optimistic Forever, right?
Yep, as always,
Optimistic
as
Forever.
usual.
Perfect, man. You've said it so many times, and I'm like, is that right?
Oh yeah, no, you got it. You got it.
I'm excited to have you guys here.
Sweet, sweet. Yeah, happy to be here.
And Frankie's in here. What's going on, Frankie? He's one away from his goal. Well, man, I hope you hit it, man. I mean, if you
Sweet.
guys haven't checked out Frankie yet, click on his name, head on over to his channel, give him some love and support, man. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for being a member, Frankie. Really appreciate that. All right, guys. Top 5 most anticipated for the rest of 2023. Was this list difficult for you guys to put together?
Top 3, no. Top 5 and 4, definitely. There's
Yeah.
just way too much movies that were coming out, and I was just so excited about. But like, I think I've nailed like exact one I want to like most see.
Excellent, man.
Nice.
What about you, Frank?
Nice. Yeah, no, for me, it didn't take that much time to juggle with what I'll be adding as like on number 4 and number 5, because it was these were movies that I've just been thinking about for the past couple of weeks. So I was like, you know what, I'll add it. So
Nice. All right. Well, I didn't prepare you guys for this very much, but before we get into our top 5s, Dark, do you have any honorable mentions that you'd want to mention?
Ooh, yeah, sure. Let me find the list on what is coming out. I guess I can just mention The Exorcist Believer. I guess
Mhm.
it's I honestly like I watched The Exorcist finally after so many years a few days ago, and I wasn't impressed, but yeah. And honestly, just the trailer hooked me in. Honestly, just had the creepy tone, and it looks at least way more creepier than the old classic one. But I can't blame it though, because
I
it's
saw
old.
the trailer play when I went to go see Gran Turismo, and I haven't
Mm.
slept since. How about you, Frank? Any honorable mentions?
yeah, there's one, and that would be Killers of the Flower Moon. I think that's what
That one.
that's what the title is. That one did not cross my mind as I was thinking about the last two, my top 5, and I've seen the trailer twice, and I go, because I love films and stories that are based on based on historical events, even though they have some fictional component to it, but still really good. And Leonardo DiCaprio's in it, I believe, right?
Yep.
Yes. Yeah, and
Yes.
so it's interesting, and and I said to myself, like, probably just bring this up as like an honorable mention, and it's a good thing you asked it. So
Yeah,
there's that.
man, absolutely. And for me, I'm just going to piggyback off of what Frankie's saying here in the chat. Mine is The Creator. It used to be Expendables 4, but I heard all the bad things. Yeah, I was never interested in Expendables 4, and I'm not surprised to hear what we've been hearing coming out of that. But The Creator, I would say, is an honorable mention of mine, only because it comes out like next week. So it's like, it's still technically still anticipated for the rest of the year, but it's so close. I figured I would pick some things further away, but I'm super excited for The Creator, especially everything we've been hearing coming out of it, with like people calling it a masterpiece and the best sci-fi film in the last like 10 years. So super amped, super excited about that. And one other honorable mention I'll give that I saw the trailer of for the other day is Totally Killer.
Yes.
I don't know if you
yes.
guys saw this.
Yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
I'm not one for horror movies that often. Like, I like the genre, but it's not one of my favorites. This trailer though did tickle my horror bone a little bit because it's kind of like Back to the Future like meets Happy Death Day almost.
Yeah.
And I'm
Okay.
intrigued. I'm intrigued. I'll check it out. I think it's on Amazon too. I
It
think.
is.
So
Yeah, it is.
yeah, it is. Perfect.
Okay.
So
So
that'll
that
be-
one is going to be on streaming or in theaters?
I think streaming.
Streaming.
Yeah.
Got
Yes.
it.
Yeah, there's a lot on
Nice.
streaming actually that I'm really interested in. Like the one that I want to watch right now that's already playing is No One Will Save You.
Yes.
Yes,
I'm actually
yeah.
watching
I
this
think he would do that.
late after this. I'm actually watching this after this live stream. I'm super
Oh,
Excellent.
excited.
sweet.
Yeah, I'm hoping to watch it by tonight. Hopefully, if I can
Yeah.
find the time. It looks awesome, and I'm hearing a lot of great things about. And I like alien movies. I like the alien invasion type movies and home invasion movies too. So, it's a perfect
Yeah.
combination.
A great
True.
comment, right?
True.
Great.
All right, guys. So with that down and out of the way, let's talk about our top 5. So I'm going to start with you, Frank. Give us your number 5.
Yeah, so number five was honestly, this was the first one that came to mind as I was thinking about the top 5, and that is Wonka. I really enjoyed the trailer. There've been quite a mix of reception from that, which I'm not surprised really. But I enjoyed Timothy Chalamet's performance in all of his roles from previous projects, and this one is 100% family oriented, and it's during the holidays. It really does, when you see the trailer, it does have that holiday feel, and it fits well with the vibe and the season also. I'm curious to see because I think there was like a musical number in it. They didn't show entirely, not even a chunk or a clip of it, but there was like some kind of choreographed dance in the scene, and I'm just curious to see like, okay, how does Timothy does in this environment? So it'd be interesting to see that. So I'm interested to go watch that.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, man. I mean, I was not interested at all in Wonka because they've been trying to make this. Like, they've been talking about doing a Willy Wonka origin story. I think all the way back in 2016, 2017, around
Mhm.
there is when
Have
they
they?
first kind
Oh,
of
wow.
mentioned it. Yeah, it was kind of like floating around, and they specifically at that time were talking about doing a prequel to the Gene Wilder Willy Wonka, which
Yeah.
is my favorite Willy Wonka, and I
Haven't
love that
seen it.
movie so much. So I was very like, don't touch it. We don't need a prequel. We already saw what kind of happened when you did a prequel with Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, which I don't like just personally. But that trailer really won me over, man. Like, it does. It looks
Yeah.
whimsical. It looks fun. It looks, I mean, Hugh Grant as the Oompa Loompa at the end. That cracked me
Oh my
up. That looks
gosh.
like so much fun.
It took me. I think it was my friend. It was a friend of mine who works at the movie theaters in Providence. I think he told me that was that was him. That was you. And I go, wait, are you serious? And I had to rewatch the trailer again at the very end to like, why didn't I catch that? So yeah, that's exciting.
Yeah, it's so fast. It's like right there at the end. You blink and
Oh
you
my
miss it.
gosh.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's great. What do you think, Dark? What do you think about his choice of Wonka? Which, by the way,
Wonka?
you will see later on my list.
Nice. So it isn't it isn't in my top 5, but it's definitely in my top like 10 at least. 100% top 10. But like honestly, I agree. Like the trailer just looks amazingly fun, super fun, and yeah, the Hugh Grant. For me, I instantly caught it. I was like, yeah, it just yeah. I don't know how to explain it. It just watch the trailer, I guess.
Kind of hits you like a bus. You're like, wait, what? Hugh Grant?
Right.
It's so out of nowhere, but I love it. Speaking
Yeah.
of which, Dark, let's just start your top 5. What would you say is in your top 5?
Yeah, so this movie is a trailer that dropped around like some days ago, and it's the Thanksgiving horror movie for me. If you have you guys seen it?
I haven't
Or
seen the trailer.
Yeah,
actually,
no.
it looks really fun. It just, I mean, is it like a standard slasher? Yeah, slasher movie, but like cool kills, cool bloody kills. What more you want,
Mm.
you know?
Well, you
And
need a
even
Thanksgiving.
yeah, Thanksgiving too. Even though it stars a TikToker though, Addison Ray, it stars a TikToker, but like I mean, fine, yeah.
How
Interesting.
defeated you looked
Huh.
when you said that. All the joy for the movie left your face when you said it stars a TikToker.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
The mention of the TikToker. Wow.
yeah, that is the one I had like. Okay, fine, I guess, but like, I think the why I want to see this really bad is because of the bloody fun kills. I think because this is going to be. It looks really bloody out.
Nice, man. That's awesome. So,
Good, good.
do you have anything to say for that, Frank? Are you looking forward to that as well, or have you seen the trailer?
Yeah, I have to look up the trailer after this, and the title did came across. I believe it was on Twitter at some point, and it got me thinking. Like, i- they have Halloween. There's Black Christmas. There's I don't know if there's like an Easter based
Yeah.
horror movie holiday,
Where's our
and now
Thanksgiving slasher?
right now we got a Thanksgiving slashing horror
Thanksgiving.
film. Yeah, there you go.
Thanksgiving? Is that what it's called?
Gosh. Oh, and there's My
Okay.
Bloody Valentine's also. So there's
Yeah,
another
that's
one.
Look at that. See, like Chicken Run, we can't just rely on that. We
Chicken
need an
Run.
actual Thanksgiving
Yes.
Oh
killer.
gosh.
Uh,
So
fantastic, man.
funny.
I love that. I'll have to look up that trailer afterwards.
Yeah, just the trailer is like it is Thanksgiving, but if you've seen Thanksgiving, yeah, it's a so the basic is a turkey that murders people.
I'm in. I'm in. That's all you need to say. That's all
Oh my
you need to
gosh.
say, and I'm in.
It is already in streaming probably somewhere. I haven't seen it, but like yeah, probably, but like yeah, Thanksgiving looks good though.
Yeah. All
But
right. Well,
Thanksgiving is something else.
Wow.
I think I might add Thanksgiving to my list. That's amazing. So, starting off my top 5, I have The Holdovers. Comes out in November. Have you guys seen the trailer for this?
I've never heard of this, honestly.
No?
Holdovers.
Yeah, it's definitely it's a indie film. It's a smaller film.
Ah.
I saw the trailer for it. I think at Gran Turismo as well. I think is where they played it, and it looks like a throwback to like the 70s, 80s type movies. I mean, at least the trailer did. The atmosphere and the feel of the trailer. It had like this like vintage film look to it. At the end of the trailer, they brought up the title of The Holdovers, and a guy actually voiced over said, "The Holdovers coming this November," like they did back in the days with trailers. And basically, what this movie is it's this teacher played by Stanley Tucci at this boarding school. It's set in 1970 during Christmas break when all the students leave to go home. There's one student, or I think there's a couple students, but there's one main student of the story that stays with Stanley Tucci's kind of grumpy, kind of no one likes teacher. And he's a troublemaker kid, and they have to kind of grow this bond over the course of the Christmas break because they're both stuck together at this boarding school. And just the trailer of it, it looked like a movie that was right up my alley. It looked heartfelt. It looked like it had some nice humor, some nice heart to the story. I really like Stanley Tucci. I think he's going to be great in this movie. He's great in general. And yeah, just the whole feeling that I got from the trailer was just this warm, fuzzy. It just looked like a really good holiday movie. And that
Hey,
comes
that's
out this November.
I mean that's all you need, right? A good horror,
Yeah.
I would seasonal movie, I guess. Yeah,
Yeah.
holiday movie.
Yeah.
I'm definitely looking it up. I have no idea what it is, but
Yeah, I think it's premiered at several film festivals, and
Mm.
now it's just going to be making its rounds in the theater. I think there might be a limited release earlier than November, but
Hmm.
wide release is November.
Ah.
nice.
and I hope my theater takes it because sometimes the smaller theater or the smaller movies, my theater is. We only have one real theater in my town. It's Cineplex is kind of like the Canadian theater nationwide, and
Mm.
so they mostly just take the big blockbuster budgeted movies that are going to make money. There's not really room for smaller movies very often, but if they take it, I will definitely be going first day.
Yeah,
There
I
you
see
go.
that also. My theater doesn't even have it, so
Yeah.
yeah, that's
Yeah, indie movies are a little difficult to come across when they're playing in theaters, and yeah, you really gotta do research and receive emails and notifications, like newsletter, you would
Yeah,
say.
pretty
So,
much. Reality is I'll probably miss this in theaters and not catch it till like next year, but I'm really
oh,
excited for it. I'm really looking forward to it. With that, guys, Dark, let's start with you now. Let's move on to your number 4.
okay. So this has actually already released in some countries, especially USA. Definitely, I think it was back in July, summer. I think, but it is going to be Sound of Freedom.
Mm,
Yeah, have you heard of it?
I have, yep.
ooh,
I've
yep,
I've
yep,
many people that I know have seen it, and
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
an intense movie, is what I've heard.
right,
yeah.
right. It's a dark topic, and it comes out actually the same day as Five Nights at Freddy, so that's going to be interesting debate, which I'm going to see first. This is going to be
The
the
Mm,
Barbenheimer thing,
the
with me.
Sound of Freddy.
Sound of
interesting.
Freddy. I was actually thinking Five Nights at
Perfect.
Freedom, but fine.
Five Nights of Freedom.
Oh, that's a free. Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
it's
It could go many ways.
yeah. Honestly, I have heard really good things about it. I have heard that many people cry, and I'm expecting to cry. Hopefully, I'm cry. I guess that makes it a good movie. I think at least. But yeah, I just heard many good things about it. I actually have no idea. Like know the topic, but I haven't seen anything about it. Not even if there is a trailer or something. Nothing. So I'm really looking forward to seeing it.
Wow, so you don't know anything about it.
The
Mm.
only I think I know is a topic, what it's about. You know,
You know what the
nothing
subject
else.
matter is.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Because yeah, I mean that's quite the movie to go in blind to. I'll just say
Correct.
that.
True, true.
Yeah.
That is
I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that. I haven't had the chance to see it, and I've seen reviews of that. And I do hope at some point it may drop. I don't because I don't know if it's available on digital to even obtain it. Because when it was releasing here around the 4th of July week, it was kind of tricky to get your hands on tickets and go to the correspondent movie theater to go see it. I was trying to get one, but it was at a movie theater that was like 40 minutes away from me, like way further from like Albany, which is like within that time frame, travel time. But yeah, no, Sound of Freedom is it's pretty heavy from what I've heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had the chance to see it, but I unfortunately wasn't available to take that chance. I had like a smaller theater in town that was playing it for like a couple days, and then it was gone. But yeah, I'm sure it's gonna be available to like rent or buy pretty soon here. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm definitely interested in seeing that as well. What
yeah.
about you,
Honestly,
Frank?
Yeah.
Number 4.
So number four, Doug Movie just mentioned it actually, not Sound of Freedom, but Five Nights at Freddy's, really. So uh, I haven't seen Josh Hutcherson act in so long. I think the
Been a
last time
while.
I know literally the last time I've ever seen him on screen was it on Mockingjay for the Hunger
Right.
Games. Yeah,
Hunger
and
Games
that's
Part 2.
honestly.
right, exactly. And so and honestly, that's where I left off from the Hunger Games. I haven't seen any after that, but yeah, Five Nights at Freddy. I guarantee you that when going to the movie theaters and watch this, it's gonna be strikingly same vibe as when Megan showed up at the beginning of this year. Because when I went to the theater to watch that, in the audience, it was like 85% high schoolers and middle schoolers watching that. And
Oh,
the
yeah.
same thing is going to happen with this one, I guarantee you.
Absolutely.
So it'd be interesting. But the horror elements to it, the trailer is, it's got that horror hype that you kind of feel, and it pulls you, and you want to say, oh, let me give this a chance. So.
Nice, man. What about you, Dark? I'm sure you got a lot of responses to that, right?
Oh yeah.
Dark is our horror guy.
So I mean, Friday the Freddy. Like, I spoiler alert. I will be talking more about it later. But like,
right.
yeah, just the trailer, especially the latest trailer, it hit me in so bad. Honestly, even for the first ever trailer, just hooked me in right away, instantly. And I am glad that it is actually short, like short, like 2 hours, not 3 hours. That was like supposed to be, but like yeah. I wish we need to a 3 hour director cut now. You need it.
Oh my
At
goodness.
least for me. At least for me.
Those rumors that it was going to be 3 hours long, I was like, oh my gosh, do they want to lose money? Like, that is intense.
True.
Frankie is with you guys. Frankie is saying his second has to be Five Nights at Freddy's.
Second,
So
yeah.
I'm kind of the odd one out here. I'm hoping that it'll win me over if I decide to go see it. I've never played the game. I know people that have played the game, but I know very little about the game. I know that it's security footage in like a toy factory or something.
Yeah.
And you're looking around and things pop out at you. The trailer did not work for me when I saw that trailer. I avoided. Well, I didn't avoid it, but I had like no interest in it when it dropped. I think I saw the trailer. I can't remember what movie it was, but it was at a movie theater. I think it was Meg. I think it was Meg 2 is what I saw the first trailer for. And I thought it looked kind of lame, kind of goofy. Like there was something about it. Maybe it's just because I didn't play the game, but like those big mechanical furry costumes, they don't look scary to me. They were just kind of weird. It was just a weird vibe for me.
Yeah, I kind of pictured that it might have, because I actually was talking about this when I was doing my Nun 2 review, when I was talking about the jump scares, but I get because that's what the game is based on. Most horror games are like that. And that's actually something I was meaning to ask Dark Movies, because I saw you lifting a finger indicating that you played the game.
Every single one.
Everything.
There
you go.
How many are there?
Oh God, there's one. I think 7, 8, and plus one DLC. I think.
Wow.
So yeah, I played everything DLC. I know the whole lore, so I'm basically You kind of see why I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man. That's awesome.
That's awesome. Yeah. So as far as those jump scares, I have no doubt in my mind we'll be expecting those. I just hope that they're not like too predictable as many other horror movies have tried. As far as like supernatural ones also. So.
Yeah, man. For sure. I mean, yeah, I don't know. The only part of the trailer that was like, okay, maybe this will be scary is at the end when that like contraption's coming at Josh Hutcherson. I was like, oh, okay, that looks a little intense. Other than that, though, I was like, oh, this just looks like a bad time at the theater.
Right.
For me personally. Just for me personally. Maybe I'll be proven wrong. I'm hoping so.
Hopefully. I'm hoping to.
All right, so my number 4 is Killers of the Flower Moon. I mean, it's my number 4 for a lot of people's number 4 reason, or even like number 1 reasons. Martin Scorsese. It looks beautiful. It looks like it's gonna have some hard themes and elements to it that I think are just gonna make for some amazing performances by Leonardo DiCaprio and oh man, I'm blanking on the other guy's name that's in it. Pacino. I think no, it's not Al Pacino, is it? I can't remember who's in it. I can't remember the guy's name. It's escaping my mind for a minute. Basically, tons of great performances are going to be in this movie. I think there's going to be so much dramatic meat on this bone. It just looks like, I mean, I think this is an overused phrase, but for lack of a better word, it just looks like cinema. It
Hmm.
just looks amazing. I think it has the potential to be a classic film that we'll talk about for years. And that comes out in October, so not too much longer. I'm really excited to check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. I'll probably watch it just because to get a review out. But in theaters, probably not. For
I
me,
think
honestly, the trailer didn't win me over. Honestly, I mean, it looks beautiful and great performances, but like the trailer didn't win me over quite yet, at least. You know.
Leonardo DiCaprio and Robert De Niro. That's who I'm trying
Robert
to
De
think
Niro.
of. Robert De Niro's in it. Oh, and Brendan Fraser. All right, awesome. Yeah,
Mhm.
great cast. Great cast in this film.
True. True.
Yeah. Yeah, I barely noticed Brendan Fraser's in that.
Yeah, I didn't know either. I just saw it on IMDb.
Oh gosh, yeah. Nowadays actors are just irrecognizable for the many years they've spent just working their asses off, and yeah, and it's aging them, but they're aging finely. So
A lot of them are. Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely. Something in the
yeah.
water.
Yeah, but yeah, Killers of the Flower Moon. I mentioned that as an honorable mention. It is intriguing. I think the more time you spend watching the trailer, the more it actually does draw you a little bit. Really. So
Absolutely, man. All right, let's move on. Let's go to number 3. We'll start with Frank this time. What's your number 3, man?
yeah, I'm not surprised that none of you or no one in the comment has not mentioned this, but I'm gonna be the first to do it. Number 3 is the Marvels. I said it.
I feel like I should just jump on this with you, man, because that's my number 3 too. I got the.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh
I'm the odd
man.
one out, I guess.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I really can't say enough. This is for me. This as a diehard fan already of the MCU. This is like I kind of see this as like being like, okay, this is the one chance that we are giving the opportunity for Marvel to like do its best, do what they can try, but not expect anything, grand, great, nothing too spectacular. We know with everything that's going on that we know and that we've talked about and that we've spazzed about. It's it just has to be something. And I'm a fan of Miss Marvel, and I can't wait to see her family there again. And this new team up it's interesting. The trailer showed enough to show what to expect as far as like their dynamic, and really just the only thing to anticipate is just let there be connectivity. Like let there be something meaningful as far as connectivity. That's all we're asking for, nothing else.
Yeah.
Just beyond the quality and all that. Yeah.
And just joining with your number 3 real quickly. Like you said, Miss Marvel. I love that character, love that show. Super excited to see her on the big screen. Super excited to see her family come in there. I think they're gonna be really fun. I'm looking forward to seeing Brie Larson have some support. Honestly, like not in the way that she didn't do well with Captain Marvel. Like I'm not saying it as a knock. I just think that these two other characters, Photon and Ms. Marvel coming in, I feel like they'll bring more out of the Captain Marvel character to the point where she will get to have some banter and be a little bit more fun. Because like Brie Larson, I think has that in her. I don't think she has to be this kind of stoic loner kind of character. I think that this will be a lot fun, and I think her character will be a lot more fun in this than she was in Captain Marvel. The visuals look great in the trailer. The humor in the trailer was really working for me. It's Marvel Cinematic Universe, so I'm just excited in general for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I'm still on board. I know some people have jumped off, but I think that this looks like a blast. I think it looks like a fun time. And the runtime, honestly, is something that you may not think about, but this is like a crisp hour 35, 40, something like that. It's the
somewhere in that range, yeah.
Yeah, it's the shortest Marvel movie that they've ever done. I think it's beating Incredible Hulk's record. I think Incredible Hulk was like an hour 45. So that all has me excited. I do have some hesitations with it, of course. The Marvel Phase 5 slate hasn't been amazing so far. And the villain, they haven't really been showing much of her in the trailer, so who knows how she'll play into the whole thing. But I do think we will get some continuity with the Bangle and Shang-Chi's rings. I feel like something
Exactly.
is going to have to come together with those two things that they've set up in this universe with this movie. So yeah, I'm super excited for all the reasons that you said you're excited, and for those reasons as well. Do you have
Yeah.
any feelings towards it, Dark?
Honestly, I agree. I have put it on my top 10 at least, but like I agree with you guys. Honestly, it does look really good, and yeah, the character and stuff like that. But like, there's just too many great movies coming coming,
Yeah.
later in the year. So
Yeah, man.
I had to
I mean, I
push it
can't
off.
can't blame you, man. They really are. Frankie's also saying the Marvels is up there for him. Uh, we got our buddy DJ from Movie Time
Eh,
Minute in the chat saying, "Hey guys, had some things come up with the kiddo, wasn't able to join. Hope you're doing well. You guys are awesome. Well, hey man, I hope you're having a good weekend yourself, man, and hopefully we can get you back on here soon, man. Thank you so much for those kind
Absolutely.
words." And he's going to contribute his 5 most anticipated. He's got Next Goal Wins, The Color Purple. Oh, I forgot
mm.
about that. That's a good one. The
Well, that's actually
Marvels at
coming.
number 3. The Boy and the Heron. I actually haven't heard about it. And Wish.
Oh,
Wish
yeah.
is another one I should have
Yeah.
said for my honorable mention.
Hmm.
Wish looks good too. But
It's all
thank
right.
you. Thanks for contributing that, DJ.
Yeah.
And Dark, sorry, what were you saying?
No, nothing. You're fine.
All right, well, let's just move on to your number 3 then. What's your number 3, man?
So it was mentioned earlier, and as an honorable mention, I think it is The Creator for me, the sci-fi flick, The Creator. It's what I wasn't like. I am not into that, like really into that sci-fi genre a little bit, but like I like really set my heart into it. But like that trailer, like just the movie looks freaking awesome, honestly. All the great reviews and just just the great reviews, like the trailer and yeah, basically like that. It just looks amazing for me, at least.
Yeah, no, I agree, man. Like I said, like it's an honorable mention just because it comes so soon for me that I wanted to put some other ones. But I would knock my next number 2 off for The Creator and slip it into that
Mm.
spot because it looks
Oh.
great, and just the word of mouth that we're getting coming out of the first reactions for it too, have me even more pumped for it. What do you think about it, Frank?
Yeah. I mean, I'll be spending more time to talk about that.
All right,
a little bit
we'll
later.
hold off on
So,
it then. For
let's
the
hold off
meantime.
on
We'll
it
hold
for
off
sure.
on it. So I mean, going on to our number 2 is Dark. Why don't you just keep it going? Give us your number 2.
Oh, okay. So yeah, The Creator, and this next one comes on the same date, at least for me, and it is Saw X, the Saw franchise. It is honestly just too bad that this movie is 18. Like I can't watch it in theaters. I'm not allowed to. Like in my country, if it's a movie is 18, it is 18. Like no doubt,
No
it is
exceptions.
18. No exceptions at
Mm.
all. I might be able because I'm a YouTuber. I might just sneak my way into, but I don't know. Maybe I'll ask. But maybe I'll ask because I'm kind of a local celebrity right down there in my theater. So
Oh, really?
basically
Awesome.
everyone in that theater knows me and knows my channel. So
That's awesome, man.
I might sneak
Great.
myself into that. I might sneak myself into that, but like this being his like most personal game ever, like it is just awesome. And don't get me started on the trap this time.
Is that
That-
eye thing that
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah,
That
that
one,
yep.
iTube thing.
or on the poster?
That-
Sorry.
It is if you know what it's all about, you're going to freak out.
I don't
It
know.
is,
Don't want to know.
Yeah,
My thoughts
pretty
exactly.
best. Pretty best, yeah.
Oh,
And
gosh.
then there's a trap like brain surgery, I think, yeah, where you have to do brain surgery on yourself. It's just bloody fun, and the trailer just looks awesome. And of course, come on, Amanda is back. Amanda from the first movie, and so
Oh my gosh,
Versus-
yeah.
Wow.
Mhm.
so nostalgia. I remember like not nostalgia, but like I remember I was not. My mom just set like boundaries. You cannot watch this until you're 18. And then in
Oh,
2021,
no.
I was like, yes, yes, I'm gonna
Just
watch
hit
it.
play.
And then I watched every single one, even like every single one from 1 to 9 in about the weekend. Actually, I think it was the weekend. So all day just sitting and watching Saw. I don't know if I should be should have done that. Pretty scarred, but that's fine. It was fun, honestly. I really enjoyed the movie. And hot take: the Saw franchise has no bad films. None of them is bad.
Mm.
So yeah, even though people say 7 and 8 is bad, I like them. I like them. Yeah.
There we
I've
go.
never
So
seen
yeah.
any of them, so I can't speak at all to that. I have no opinion to share, except for the fact that them scary. Frank, what about you? What do you think of Saw X? Are you excited?
Yeah, I am still like stuck between rocks and hard places as far as Saw X, because I was a diehard fan of the Saw franchise before the film Jigsaw came out. Like even when it was first announced that Jigsaw was coming out, I was dumbfounded, because really the final chapter is the final chapter. But we're living in an age where anything can be rebooted, anything can be resurrected, anything can be redone, remade. Anything with the prefix "re" in it.
Yeah.
And so and what's interesting about the trailer, because I've seen it twice, is that I love how it doesn't feel like a spoiler. Like they give you this story for you to like understand what's expected. If you've been, still are, or have been a Saw franchise fan, like you would know Jigsaw's story, his medical history, and all of that. That's one of the things that I found surprising, is that this is like a prequel, but not really a film, because it takes place between the earlier two films, I think. Right, there you go.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, it is. And like I don't know any other franchise that's ever done that. I mean, Star Wars can be exempt, because everything is
Fast
just
and
scattered
Furious.
with all the with all the stories that they just drop to us in our laps. But this one, yeah, this one hits pretty different. Those those scenes, gruesome scenes, it's what Saw is mostly known for. I still remember the experience, and my body still remember those experiences when watching those. So
Yeah.
it's something. So maybe I will, and yeah, and I'll Dark Movies. You'll be the first one to know, like, how I did after watching it. So
You won't find me at the theater that day. I won't be
no.
there.
yeah, Zach, I'm okay.
Not happening.
So excellent. It's yeah, I'm definitely scarred. But that's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah,
That's fine.
absolutely. Frank, is that's you next, right? Number 2.
So
we're on number 2. Yeah, we're on number 2.
Yeah, we are. My number 2 would be Exorcist Believer.
Oh,
Yeah, so I am gonna be there absolutely on premiere night to watch this. When I first saw the trailer, yeah, I first saw it when it first came out when Oppenheimer premiered, and then they premiered the trailer for the first time, the official, and I saw that it starts off with all of us believing that this was going to be like some kind of psychological thriller of these or a crime thriller with these missing girls and all that, because that's the vibe it gives at first. But then it starts to become more suspense and more weird and more creepier, and you realize like, oh, are they possessed? And then in the middle of that trailer, when I forgot the actress's name who plays the mom in the original Exorcist, when she appears, and then you're like, oh, and then the theme song starts playing, you're like, oh, no way. Yeah, that feeling I will never forget. I'm like, oh, now this is something worth the time and money to just go watch. So, and 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 it was gonna be, I think it was gonna be released on the Friday the 13th, but
Yeah.
did they move? But did they
Taylor
move it? Or is
Swift.
this,
Taylor
oh,
Swift,
oh yeah,
Came in
there we
there.
go. Yeah, yeah,
Took them off
yeah.
that release date.
Oh my gosh, October is
Taylor.
it's the month of the year of 2023. It is that month that
There's a lot
I
of
feel
stuff.
like a lot of stuff is gonna be unforgettable.
Yeah,
Dude,
it's a
just the
good
whole
one.
year is insane. The
Right?
whole year. Absolutely. Like, everything. The summer, the
Yeah,
April, the October, November, everything.
Oh my
I remember
gosh.
looking
Insane.
at the release calendar at like January of 2020, even like December of 2022, and just looking at
Mhm.
everything coming out and being like, "This is going to be one heck of a year," and it has lived
Yeah.
up to that.
Yeah.
It has been
They definitely
insane.
have.
We got our buddy Austin in here. Thank you for being a member.
Yeah,
Thank you for joining
hello.
us, Austin. He says, "I wish I could watch Saw, but it makes my tummy churn." Yep, me too. Me too, man. We'll be
Yeah.
on. We'll be outside the theater on Saw and Exorcist Believer Day. We'll see.
And while me and Frank just go out, you know,
We'll be
because
handing
I'm
out some
definitely also
therapy pamphlets.
I'm
Yeah,
definitely watching Exorcist Believer in the opening day. Even though I mentioned it in my honorable mention, but like, come on, like just the whole trailer. And yeah, I agree with you. The start was like crime thriller. Like, what is going on here?
Mhm.
Like that. And I wasn't surprised about the mother, because if you watched like my most popular video, it was the trailer. Yeah, I said who the f is that? I was like,
Oh,
I did not
gosh.
know who that was, because I hadn't watched the original Exorcist, but I watched it last
Ooh,
Friday, Saturday, I think. So now I know, at least now I know.
yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, I think the first Exorcist is kind of funny, like in an unironic way.
Yeah.
I did not feel that after watching the Exorcist Believer trailer. I was not laughing at all. Believe me.
Oh.
My number two, just quickly because we kind of already touched upon it, but my number two is Wonka. Like I mentioned before, no interest until I saw that trailer, and it just looked fun. It just looked whimsical. It just looked like a magical time at the theater. Timothée Chalamet looks great. There were a couple moments where I was like, I can see a little bit of Gene Wilder in that performance, just a little bit. I'm not fully sure if it's a musical or not. The trailer looked like there was musical sequences in it, just with no music playing. Just the way people moved and the way that it was shot, it felt like very musical like. And I like musicals, so that might just end up being a bonus with this movie if it ends up being a musical. But yeah, Hugh Grant in there as Oompa Loompa. I think that's gonna be really charming and fun. It just looks like a fun time, and I'm actually really anticipating that for December. I think it's gonna be a perfect kind of holiday feeling kind of movie.
Yeah.
I feel like for Hugh Jackman, it's gonna be almost similar, but not entirely, of his performance when he was the lead in The Greatest Showman, which was one of my favorite musicals, by the way.
I haven't
Yes.
actually seen it. Want to see it, but I haven't seen it.
Uh,
I didn't have it on Blu-ray behind me, so yeah.
uh,
Yeah, it's a good time. You should
It
check it.
is.
The music is phenomenal.
yeah.
In The Greatest Showman,
Mm.
it's got a fantastic musical soundtrack. Great
Yeah,
original song.
there's so many movies that I haven't watched, and like, I mean, I've seen so many good reviews and stuff like that about The Greatest Showman, so need to check it out someday.
Yeah, so many movies, so little time. That's what I like to say. Especially when people ask me, "You haven't seen that yet?" It's like so many movies, so
I
little
love-
time.
Right?
Yeah, I love those moments. I just love watching those folks just melt, just fall apart whenever
Yeah.
I say no. I haven't seen it.
Hey, I'm guilty of that
Oh,
too. I say that. So
Especially my friends when I say I haven't watched the Harry Potter movies.
Oh,
speaking of which,
I've
Dark,
seen it. Yeah,
Dark.
I saw it. I
You
saw
saw,
it.
Oh,
you
look
saw
at
it?
that.
Okay, we're taking a brief intermission for
Hey,
number one.
hey.
I need to know, what did you think of Back to the Future?
Okay, first I did a live stream watch along yesterday, and I saw it yesterday.
I missed it. I missed your watch
Yeah,
oh
along.
gosh,
sorry.
I saw
You did.
that there.
I did, but I absolutely loved it.
Yes.
Nice,
Yes.
nice.
I can agree with you. It's one of my favorite movies of all time,
That's fine.
and I
man.
need to know, how did you steal that sign back there? Did you time travel, or like how do you
Yeah,
how did you do that?
totally. Totally. It was
Nice.
just in a junkyard, believe it or not. Yeah, they weren't
Was
using it
it?
anymore.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm so
yeah.
happy. I'm so happy to hear that, man.
Nice.
That's awesome.
So
Thank
yeah,
you.
I saw that. I saw a movie Terminator, and yeah, I just saw it and absolutely loved it.
Yes. Ah, perfect. Made my
Nice.
day. Love that
Now
movie.
I need to see the other ones. 100%.
Yes. Yes. They're not as good as the first one, but I still really enjoy the trilogy. It doesn't have to be your favorite movie of all time like mine. I'm just so happy that you love it.
It's not my
It's awesome.
favorite. Least top 10.
I'll take it. That's
No.
amazing. I'll take that.
I actually had the thought of dressing up as Marty for this Halloween. Just a random idea that came to
Totally
me.
should.
early
Totally
last
should.
month. So I'll do it without sporting the hair look because I don't have it. So.
Just get the hat. I think he wears a hat in the
Bro,
too,
yes,
so.
yes, definitely.
I went as Marty McFly from Back to the Future Part 2 for Halloween once, and I had my jeans and I just had the pockets out. Which you won't understand yet, Dark, but it's from the second movie. And people got it. People got who I was supposed to be. All right, so I guess that takes us to number one. I guess that brings us to a number one. So let's start with Frank. What's your number one most anticipated for the rest of the year?
Ooh, my number one is coming very, very, very soon, and that's The Creator. And that movie really, I just love watching the trailer. And the movie was directed by Garrett. Is it Garrett Edwards? I forget the name.
Maybe.
Yeah, and so I may have the last name wrong, but he directed Rogue One, and it's one of the really, really good Star Wars movie that's not part of any of the trilogy. And I enjoyed Rogue One. Just the cinematography of it, and you could just see it in this trailer. You can see and feel that same cinematic vibe coming from it, the score from it, just everything that he put in Rogue One. It basically just remodeled it into an original screenplay, and I'm here for it, and I can't wait. I already have my ticket bought, so yeah, that's my number one.
Excellent, man. Excellent. We've already talked about that. We're all very excited. The fact that it deals with AI too, very timely. I'm very excited to see how they tackle that and the commentary that's going to come with that. Dark, what about you? What's your number one?
I guess we have already talked about everything. My number one is Five Nights at Freddy. Mine is Five Nights at Freddy. Like I said, I played all the game. I grew up with the game, even though it came out in 2014, and I was 5. I did not play it then, but I
was going to say.
I played it when I was like probably 7, 8, 9 or something. And I've been terrified ever since. But, it's still really fun. And come on, Matthew Lillard. At least for my horror genre, Scream. And, I mean, of course, Scooby-Doo, I guess.
Scooby-Doo, yep.
And in the latest trailer, like I spotted some Easter eggs that's like pretty cool to notice. Not like a huge chain breaking, but like cool to notice, like the Scream knife wipe. If you saw the latest trailer, and just amazing actors. The honestly, just the horror of it. Even though it's PG-13, it's fine. I would have loved a R-rated cut because I know the lore and it's heavy stuff. It is brutal, basically. Insanely brutal. Worse than the Saw movies and everything, almost.
Wow.
But yeah, it's just super excited. Actors on point, even though I haven't seen what's the guy's name? Mike Hutchison, I think.
Oh, Josh.
Right? Josh Hutchison.
Josh. Mike is the name in the game in the movie.
Really?
Yeah, Mike. I think Mike. I can't remember, but yeah.
Oh.
Just Mike. Josh. I haven't seen him in anything, but like, I mean, I think
Bridge to Terabithia.
Huh?
Yeah.
What is that?
Bridge to Terabithia. Have you seen that?
Never heard of it.
Oh, you should watch that.
Yeah,
And I
it's
haven't
been a
even
while
seen
from
the
that.
haven't even seen the Hunger Games movies, so I need to definitely watch that
He was
before
also
I'm.
he was
Mhm.
also in, I think, Journey to the Center of the Earth, I believe, right? The sequel.
Yeah, with
Never
Brendan
heard of
Yes,
it.
Fraser.
yes.
Never heard of it. So
It's cool.
yeah, honestly, like I said, the Hunger Games. I need to see it before. I guess it's also an honorable mention, really quick. Hunger Games: The Battle of Songbird and Snake.
Mm,
I'm not excited, but I'm excited. Both ways. I haven't seen
right.
anything, but I will definitely see it before that one. So yeah, just really excited for Five Nights at Freddy.
Awesome, man. So my number one, it's not been mentioned yet, and I don't know. You guys might not be expecting it. Napoleon.
Oh, that one.
Napoleon. Have you guys seen the trailer for this?
I saw it
Yep.
and I didn't like it.
You didn't
I
like
didn't
it?
like. I did not like
No.
it.
Oh wow! All right, man. Well, that's fair. I mean, Ridley Scott. It kind of brought me back to like the Gladiator vibes, as well as the Last Duel,
Yes.
which is extremely
Mm.
underrated. The Last Duel with Kylo Ren. What's his name again?
Adam
Adam
Driver.
Driver.
Yeah.
Adam Driver and I believe it was Matt Damon. Yeah, Matt Damon and Adam Driver. Fantastic movie. I haven't seen it. Definitely check it out. And Ridley Scott, he just kind of kills it with these like riding horseback, periodic kind of movies, and Joaquin Phoenix in there playing Napoleon.
Mm.
He looks perfect in the trailer. It looks like it's got some epic war scenes. It's based on history, so there's definitely going to be scenes that are going to be hard to watch and rip your heart out. But I kind of love those experiences as well. The trailer looks absolutely gorgeous. Like the cinematography, everything in that trailer just looks breathtaking. I love it. I love it.
Give
The
it that.
costumes, the set designs, the production, everything about it just looks pitch perfect. And I'm really excited to check it out. I believe it comes out in November. So like 2 months
Yeah.
from now. But that's my number one for the rest of the year. Now that like Dune and stuff has moved.
I still yet to see Dune. Dune
Oh,
Part 1.
R.I.P.
yeah. Yeah.
I still yet to see Dune Part 1, honestly.
Hmm.
Never seen
me,
it.
Me too, man. Me too.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I was highly anticipating Dune
Yeah.
Part 2 because I was gonna watch Dune Part 1 like the night before and then just springboard into Dune
Oh,
Part 2.
yeah.
So I'm like, so that's my number one too. I'm super excited to watch Dune Part 1. That's anticipated for me too. But
There you go.
yeah, and there you
Yeah.
have it, guys. Our top 5 most anticipated of the rest of the year. It's been a good year so far, and it looks like that's just gonna keep on going. So I want to thank you guys so much for being here, joining me today for this episode of Members Talk Live. Please tell people where they can find you. We'll start with you, Frank.
Yeah. Yeah. So everybody can find me as Optimistic Forever on YouTube, Twitter, X, and Instagram, where I talk about, spaz about, and discuss movies, reviews, and TV shows. All the same.
Awesome, man. And Dark?
So I'm Dark Movies. I'm on X, Instagram, TikTok, and honestly everything almost. And I'm just started on the Exorcist franchise on like my reviews, so that is coming. I'm really excited for you guys to see every one of Star Wars reviews, and yeah, just it was a blast to be here.
Wow, man, that's awesome. I'm looking forward to checking that out on your channel.
Yep.
And yeah, guys, the question now goes to you. What are your top 5, top 10? We don't have much rules here. Comment down below. Let us know your top most anticipated movies for the rest of 2023. We'd love to hear all your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below.